Button at the front of the van, we have your coupling head with both the levers in the upright position. It is ready to receive the tow ball, like so. Once the tow ball is in place, the rear handle will drop down. Then you're ready to drop the stabilising handle, like so. You will also notice when the tow ball is properly seated, the red pin will come up with a green indicator showing that the tow ball is properly seated. To release the tow ball, lift the stabilising handle, then the back flap handle, and the tow ball will release. Moving back, we have a breakaway cable, jockey wheel and handbrake. Also we have a 13-pin plug. 13-pin plug controls the road lights and your fridge as long as your vehicle is wired correctly. I will now demonstrate the ATC and your road lights working. To start with, we have ATC. And now we have road lights. As you can see, front one on there, front one on there, that one's on, high level brake, high level slide, both the number plates, and again coming around this side. Our side lights are all working, high level working, again all of your rear lights working. Now moving up from the A-frame, we have your gas locker with bulkhead regulator, both suitable for propane and butane. Coming around the side, we have your Aqua water inlet, we also have your mains water inlet. And then moving along, we have your battery locker with mains hookup, like so. Put mains in. Here we have your mover isolation switch. I'll come back to that at the end of the video. Moving further back, have your toilet cassette. Give me a second while I just open the door. And toilet cassette. You have your wastewater outlet. Now then, to put the legs down before going in the van, you'll need to remove this or use it in place. With the jockey wheel right down, like so, you can hit automatic, and it will drop the legs and automatically level itself. And now that is done, you can enter the van. Now then, coming into the van, up here we have your master switch. Turn that on, you'll be able to turn everything on. I'll come back to the other switches in just a moment. Coming down here, we have your water isolation switch. When in the horizontal position, your system is closed and you can use the water. When in the vertical position, it is draining. Moving over here, we have your MCBs and RCD. It is recommended that every time you plug into a new power supply, you hit the test button to make sure the RCD is working correctly for your safety. Also down here we have your 12-volt fuses with labels for what they cover and what amp fuse should be used. So now with the water isolation switch in the horizontal position, you can come up here, turn on the water pump. In the central position, this is running from the aqua to the taps. In the lower position, it is running from the Aquaroll to fill the tank, and in the top position, it is running from the tank to the tanks. We also have here an indicator for battery voltage and water level, and these are light switches. I'll come back to the Audi system in just a second. So now with the pump on and the water system in the closed position, you can now run the taps, getting the air out of the system. This should take a few seconds on the cold side and can take a few minutes on the hot side. You'll need to do that on both of the taps. And the shower before you can properly use the water system. Now with the water properly run through, it is ready to use. So coming back up here to the Audi system, you hit this button to turn it on. And hit menu. The top one up here is to set the internal temperature. Down here we have to set the water heater. In the central position, it is heating the van and the water. In the full position, it is purely heating the water. Now coming down here, we have electric power, 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt and 3 kilowatt. And then down here we have gas on. And to turn it off, hit that button again. Coming over here, we have your 3-burner hob with hot plate, grill pan and handle, and we have oven. And just behind me here we have your fridge. So to turn the fridge on, hold the power button, it will light up. You are then ready to start using it. To select the mode, you have gas, mains, auto and 12 volt. Again, the 12 volt will only work as long as your vehicle is wired correctly. We also have the temperature settings. And moving up from that, we have your microwave. This works the same as any domestic microwave would. Moving back through the van, you have your toilet with electric flush. So to use the electric flush with the seat up, if you push this blue button, the toilet will flush. This is ran off of your water system, so you do not need to fill anything up. It's all done through the Aquaroll. Once you've got something in the tank, in the toilet, sorry, you push this grey lever over to release it into the toilet cassette, and back round to close it again. I'll now just go around and show you all the lights working. The TV coming on. This will need to be tuned in to get a signal. As you can see, yep, it's working. Again, all the lights on. I will also just give you a quick demonstration of the alarm with the key fob. If you hit the top button, 1 beep is armed and 2 beeps is disarmed. You will also find in your van is a warranty cover sheet. This will be left in there for you to read through. This shows you everything that is and is not covered under your warranty. Now then, coming back outside the van to use the mover, if you hit the master switch, it will turn everything off. Coming outside, if you grab the controller for the legs, hit auto again, and then hit the up button, it will retract the legs. Now that is done, you can put the handset back. Now to use the mover, get the isolation key, put it in, and turn it on. It's in the on position. Around the other side, more space. You can turn the handset on by holding both the green buttons. Then to engage the mover, hold the centre button and the green arrows, allowing the mover to go through the engagement process. It is now done. Now you can release the handbrake. And the mover is now with the handbrake released. Forward, backwards, front end towards me, front end away from me, back end away from me, and back end towards me. To disengage, again hold the centre button, which is difficult to do with one hand. We'll go through the disengagement process. Before doing that, you need to put the handbrake on, sorry. So the van doesn't roll away. Now allow the mover to go through the disengagement process. Now the mover is disengaged, you can hit one of the green buttons to turn the handset off and place it in the van. Any other questions or queries about any of your products, please refer to the owner's manuals that are in your book pack.